Alright, installing the front shocks is step number 52. It's fairly straightforward. Make sure you do have your front shocks. We are going to take the bottom of the shock, which is here. The big hole is the top, the bottom has the small hole in there. And we're going to place it down into this little oval space here, and there's two holes, one towards the inside and one towards the outside. And we're going to be following the directions here, which show that they go towards the outside hole. So let's drop this down in. You have to wiggle it around to make sure that that ball is straight in there. And we're going to push a screw through, make sure that it captures the ball, and then go ahead and tighten it up. Shouldn't take that much pressure or effort. The hard part is, of course, getting the screw lined up with the hole in the pivot. Okay, put that in. You don't need to crank it down just until the screw touches. We're all set. Now, on the front of the rig, on the shock tower here, you're going to see that there are 3 holes. And according to the directions here, we're going to shoot for the center hole. Go ahead and grab one of the AX31031-1s, and we're going to press that through the front, just like so. And we are going to put a screw through. Is that really how that works? I'm going to put a screw through the AX31024, and we are going to screw that into the center. You're going to have to depress the shock a little bit, but go ahead and screw that into the center hole here. It's going to be interesting to see if that's captured or not. I think, yeah, it is. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and screw this in. Da, 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 da. Long screw, and I don't know where my electric screwdriver is, so we're going to wear our wrist out here. La-di-da, just until it touches. And we are set, just like so. I was afraid that would pull out, but I guess that captures it nice and tidy. That's what it should be like. I'll show you a picture this way. Let's go ahead and repeat the same on the other side, and we'll be right back. We're now going to install the rear shocks. On the trailing arm on the back, there's going to be 2 holes, a forward hole and a rear hole. And according to the directions, we're going to install the shocks onto the rear hole on the bottom. Let's go ahead and get that started. Again, the one with the pivot is the bottom. I've pre-stuck a screw in there, and as a matter of fact, I actually had a little trouble. I pre-mounted this side. I had a little trouble getting the screw through, so on this one I ran the screw all the way through and out, and now I'm going to go ahead and put the shock on. But it's going to fit down inside the little area there, and we need to line it up with the hole in the pivot and go ahead and put our screw through. When you get a little ways in, tug up and down, make sure that you actually do have that screw captured, or I should say capturing the ball on there. Go ahead and screw that through. Make sure you're using the proper length of screw. And once that's in, we're going to follow up with a nut on the back. The screw is a little bit long. I double checked though, and that is the proper screw to use. So we're all good. Go ahead and get this put in. Have my clutch set real light on the drill. You don't want to over tighten them. Okay, so now both the rear shocks are in. We're going to mount the top. We need 4 of the longer screws, and they should be your 4 longest screws left. We're going to go at this point and insert the brace in over the top of the box here, just like so. I believe it'll only fit in one way. Yeah, it'll only fit in one way. These little arms slide into the capture points on the sides here. And we're going to install the frontmost screws here to hold that in. And this is really where you enjoy having an electric drill screwdriver. Don't want to over tighten. And now we're going to, as long as we're working on this side, we're going to get one of the little sleeves that we used on the front shock, and also one of the little plastic pivots. Put them together as such, just like so, and then put this into the rearmost hole holding that brace on. You only want to go till everything touches. You don't want to over tighten them. Okay, we'll repeat the process on the other side. Start with capturing the brace on the frontmost portion here. In just till it touches. Then we'll get the screw, slide on the pivot, slide on the retainer, and put that into the rearmost hole. Well, you like that? That's what I thought. These little retainers kind of have me at a miff here. It's going to seem to want to pop out. What we'll end up doing, I'm sure, is putting a washer over the front so that they cannot pop off. There's just a little ridge of plastic in there that holds those, and it is possible for those to pop out. So we'll try this again. Just till it touches. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to put a washer over the head of this little screw here. Whoops. Get you a little bit more light there. Probably going to put a washer over the head of that screw so that can't pop off. It does hold, but I don't know. It's just not secure enough for me. So this is what it should look like when it's done. And you should have plenty of shock action without any binding. So there we go, the end of step number 53. Going to get all of our step parts put together for the next step. That's got some nice shock action on there. I like it. Okay, now the fun begins on the roll cage. Yay! Ran into a little issue here. I was counting screws, and it's supposed to have 8 of the 3 by 25s, and 1, 2, I could only find 2, 4, 6 of them was all that was packaged in mine. 16 of the longer 20 millimeters of the M320s, and well, let's take a look here. We got a problem on our part numbers. That's what it is. Okay, so the M3 by 20s and M3 by 25, it's showing that the 25 is shorter than the 20. This M20 here. So I think it's going to be very apparent in the directions as we're screwing them together whether we use a long screw or a short screw. So let's not pay too much attention to count right now, but according to mine of the short screws, I've only got 6 instead of 8, and then I have actually plenty of the 20 mil or the 25 millimeter, which is the longer one. So it'll be apparent what to use as we are putting it together here. So let's start with what we're going to call the sub-assembly, which is this piece here, because it's kind of a standalone part that we'll put in later. And we will grab the AX3-1010, which is this unit, and you're going to see that there is a cutout here, and they're actually rounded, and those are going to go towards the rear this way. And we're going to attach this unit, which is the 1013, and you'll see that it jogs down in the picture. So this end is going to go towards the front. Is that right? Actually, it's the larger part that's going to go towards the front, and it's going to fit directly into these 2 holes here. Okay. And according to looking at this, it looks like we are going to use the shorter screws. Yeah, it looks like if we use the longer screws, yeah, we can use either one. The directions are saying a 39, which is the longer one. But I'm going to say,